Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. Today we will be presenting about Darius Thomas for ACC426. So this is our team members. Enjoy our presentation.
Hi everyone, I'm Ifa. Today I will be presenting Darius Thomas resident status from 2020 to 2024. In 2020, Darius stayed in Malaysia for a total of 184 days. As this exceeds the 182 days requirement, he qualifies as a resident under Section 71A. In 2021, Darius stayed in Malaysia for 161 days, while this is less than 182 days. So his residency status is linked to the long period in 2022 under Section 71B, making him a resident for this year. For 2022, Darius stayed in Malaysia for 152 days. However, his residency status does not meet the requirement for this year, making him a non-resident for 2022. In 2023, Darius stayed in Malaysia for 295 days, far exceeding the 182 days requirement. He qualifies as a resident under Section 71A. In 2024, Darius stayed in Malaysia for 134 days. Although it is less than 182 days, he qualifies as a resident under Section 71C because, first, he stayed in Malaysia for at least 90 days. And second, he was a resident in 3 out of the 4 prior years. In conclusion, Darius qualified as a resident in Malaysia for the years 2020, 2021, 2023 and 2024. But he is a non-resident for 2022. This analysis highlights how his residency status aligns with the provision of the Malaysian Income Tax Act.
Hi, I am Nadia and I am going to explain the statutory employment income for year of assessment 2024 for Darius Thomas. Under Section 13, Subsection 1, Subsection A, we have the salary that already multiplied with 12 months with a total 126,000 ringgit. We also have a bonus of 33,600 ringgit. Travelling allowances also multiplied 1,400 ringgit with 12 months and it got exempted for 6,000 ringgit, so the total is 12,000 ringgit. Reimbursement of driver salary amounted to 11,000 ringgit. Share option, where the market value of 5 ringgit 35 cent minus with the option price 3 ringgit 45 cent and multiplied with the acquisition units, we got 6,650 ringgit. Lastly, purchase of used office equipment with 1,000 ringgit exemption. The total is 550 ringgit. For Section 13, Section 1, Section A, the overall total is 215,000 ringgit. Next, Section 13, Section 1, Section B, for fully furnished, it was provided from 1st of March 2024. That is why 3,360 ringgit multiplied with 10 months, amounting to 2,800 ringgit. For consultation treatment and fees, Clinic Dr. Imzani and consultation treatment and fees, Clinic Pegigian SMS, both of it got exempted. Domestic servant, 4,800 ringgit multiplied with 10 months, we got 4,000 ringgit. Car amounting 9,000 ringgit. For the leave passage, both airfare and meal and accommodation in Langkawi were exempted. But for South Korea, airfare is only exempted for 3,000 ringgit, so the total is 200 ringgit. And for meal and accommodation, 2,800 ringgit. So the total of Section 13, Subsection 1, Subsection B is 18,800 ringgit. Last but not least, for Section 13, Subsection 1, Subsection C, the lower amount is 28,000 ringgit. The total of gross employment income is 261,800 ringgit. Not to forget, we also have deductions where it consists of rental expenses for 10 months amounting 18,500 ringgit. Entertainment expenses 25,200 ringgit and travelling expenses 8,000 ringgit. Total of deductions are 51,700 ringgit and the total of gross employment income will be deducted with the deductions, so it will be 210,100 ringgit. That is the amount of statutory employment income.
Okay, now so for statutory business income for employment, this financial analysis summarizes the computation of adjusted as statutory business income for the year, focusing on adjustment to income, non-allowable expenses, and capital allowances. For net profit adjustment, the business started with a net profit of RM 300,033 and 446. Adjustments included deducting RM 8,910 for dividend income for CIMB unit trust, which is not taxable under Section 4 subsection A. An additional RM 9,400 was added for drawings as this qualifies as taxable income but had not been included earlier. For non-allowable expenses, added back to the profit include owner's remuneration RM 100,000. This includes salary, bonus, EPF, and allowance for Darius Thomas. And tax penalty RM 4,500, bad debts RM 23,000, automated glass door replacement for RM 13,900, depreciation for RM 22,120. This adjustment increased the taxable income as these expenses are not tax deductible. Double deductions for disabled employee. The business benefited from double deductions for employing a disabled worker, Dahlia. Her salary was RM 27,600. The bonus is RM 7,000 and allowance RM 2,400. So the total is RM 45,910, reducing taxable income significantly. For adjusted and statutory income, after all adjustments, the adjusted income total RM 506,926, deducting capital allowances for RM 166,386, resulted in a statutory business income of RM 200,094 and 630. For capital allowances machinery with a qualifying expenditure of RM 100,027 and 900, the business claim initial allowance, annual allowance. The remaining balance was RM 84,414. For second-hand car, for the car costing 50,000, the business claimed an annual allowance of RM 10,000 per year. By 2024, the remaining balance was RM 10,000. So, to conclude this, by carefully managing adjustment and capital allowances, the business effectively reduced its taxable income to RM 200,094,630 while remaining compliant with tax regulations. This strategy highlights effective financial planning and resource management.
In this case, we are discussing the calculation of allowance for the factory building expenditure of Eco Fusion Sidurian Berhad. The total construction cost is RM 715 ringgit, with the qualifying building expenditure being 85% of this amount, which comes to 607,750 ringgit. For the year assessment 2022, the initial allowance is calculated at 10% of 607,750 ringgit, resulting in 60,775 ringgit. Additionally, the annual allowance for the same amount is 3%, which totals to 18,233 ringgit. After deducting both the initial and annual allowance, the residual expenditure is reduced to RM 528,742 ringgit. In the year of assessment 2023, only the annual allowance of 18,233 ringgit is deducted, bringing the residual expenditure down to 510,509 ringgit. The same amount of annual allowance, 18,233 ringgit, is again deducted in 2024, leaving the residual expenditure at 492,276 ringgit. Over the course of these 3 years, the total allowance comprising the initial allowance and the annual allowance amount to RM 115,474 ringgit. This reflects the total deductions from the qualifying expenditure, and as you can see, the residual expenditure continues to decrease with each annual deduction.
I am Fizatul and I will take the last part of this simulation, which is regarding to individual income tax liability for Darius Thomas for the year of assessment of 2024. First, in section 4A, which is business income amount to RM294,630, we can get it from computation of statutory business income. For the partnership income, we can get from total income in computation statutory of partnership income amounting RM81,575. Next, we move to section 4B, with statutory employment income, which amounted to RM210,100. Move to the section 4C, the dividend received from premium saving will be categorized as nil. To section 4D, rental income and royalty, there will be rent received which amounted to RM18,000 and will be minus with replace leg roof, which is 1,500. It also need to minus the cukai taksiran, RM185. However, the installation of water heater will be nil. The total rental income is 60,315. Move to the next item in section 4D, which is royalty. It starts with RM42,400 for writing a book. This item will get assumption from the IRB amounted to RM20,000. And after minus the assumption, we got 22,400. The aggregate income will be computed after plus the total of business income for sole proprietor, partnership, employment income, and rental income and royalty. We got 620 for 25,020. Then don't forget to times it with 10% and we got 62,502. Thus, we need to minus RM20,000 from cash donation and got the total income 603,020. For relief, there are several items that there is total eligible to claims and the total relief is RM51,089. To get the chargeable income, we take the total income and deduct it with total relief. From the amount of chargeable income, we can find the income tax payable at scale rate because Mr. Darius Thomas is resident for the year of assessment, which is 2024. The total income tax liability is RM123,902 and 600. From the amount, we deduct it with rebates and self-rebate. However, there will be nil. The total net income tax liability for the year of assessment of 2024 is 123,902 and 600. That's all from us. Thank you.